Well, greetings from Portsmouth, UK. We've arrived here. It's about midday. The weather's a little overcast and not too bad, and we're out on a mission. We're going to discover where all the historic restaurants here.
We're meeting somebody at 3:30, and we're just going to go out and get something to eat. Looks like a nice day, sort of overcast, but you know it's probably like it is back in Portsmouth.
Yeah,
It's a lovely hotel, and it's very difficult to decide whether to sleep or to eat right now.
The delegation then met with the Lord Mayor's personal assistant, Joe Baker, and the Town of Portsmouth Democratic Relations representative, Peter Smith Parker, to review the week's schedule. At arguably the best pub in Portsmouth, we met Hugh Mason, the Deputy Majority Party Leader and Cabinet Member for Resources, and Councillor Matthew Winnington to sample several flavors of English brew. Off to our waterfront pub, we enjoyed fish and chips with Councillors Mason and Winnington.
Hi folks, I'm here at the Spice Island Inn in beautiful downtown Portsmouth, England. And one of our hosts here, Matthew, he's shown us around this beautiful city. Matthew, how long have you lived here?
I've lived here 11 years, and yeah, it's a fantastic place.
It is. You know, some of the things you're showing us along the waterfront were especially interesting, and the history from here. As you say, the British fleet sailed from here, from right off the coast here. It's just very. It's got a lot of historic interest to just about anybody. But it's also the really nice thing, I think, personally, are all the pubs. You must have a pub at every block. Seriously.
Well, the interesting thing is we actually used to have more, and a few of them were closed down, which is a real shame. But we are known as one of the places with the most pubs per head of population in the whole of the UK. So yeah, it's very handy.
What a great record to have. I think that's absolutely super. Now you say some of these have closed down. I noticed you had a lot of nice streets going down. I saw a couple places that look like they might have been pubs, but now they're like shops or houses or something. Are those the ones you're talking about that probably shut down?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and some have become private houses. We've actually had one recently, which is just over the road from the area that I represent myself, and that's actually become a house, which I think is the first time in this city that we've actually managed to have someone who's made it into a house rather than made it into flats or something, which is a really good thing. And he actually said, it can't be a pub anymore, but let's make it into a house, so which is really, really good news.
Yeah, and these things are beautiful structures. They have a lot of great lines to them and things.
So, and I'd like to thank all our guests from Portsmouth, Rhode Island, on behalf of myself and Hugh, the City Council and the citizens of Portsmouth, for what has been a really enjoyable day. And I hope one day we can come and see you all in Portsmouth, Rhode Island.
I should also mention on my left here is a council member from the city of Portsmouth, Hugh, and this guy has shown us all over the place today, and he's been going out of his way to take his time on a Saturday, as both of these gentlemen did, to take a group of people from Rhode Island, which you never heard of. You didn't know there was a Portsmouth, Rhode Island here before, but I hope you do now.
There are 5 Portsmouths in the United States of America, but I had never been to Portsmouth, Rhode Island. Incidentally, I've never been to Portsmouth, Iowa either, but that's another story.
Well, if you have a chance, come to Rhode Island first.
Okay.
And we'd love to host you there. Same thing with you, Matthew, really, seriously.
Thank you.
This is such a beautiful city. Now, you're a council member. Is this your area or your district?
No, I am a little to the east of here, but I still have a waterfront ward or waterfront. Would you call them a ward in the United States?
District, maybe? I don't
District,
know.
yes.
What do we
So
call
my
them?
district is a little further to the east here, but still waterfront.
Yeah. Well, our town is much smaller, of course, than Portsmouth. We have about 17,000 people, and it's in a much smaller area, but it's a lot more open space. We're not as developed, really. That's because we've only been in existence for 375 years. So we're relatively newcomers compared to you guys.
Completely. This city got its first charter in 1198. And the badge which you see on my colleague's lapel with the 8-pointed star and crescent has been the symbol of the city for now almost 800 years.
The star is very interesting because in Portsmouth we've been wondering why we have 7 of those stars, the same kind of star on our seal. And we had a lady that designed this, and I I can't remember exactly when it was, but it was within recent memory, within the last 50 years. And it's still kind of a mystery as why they have 7 stars. All of us who are on this delegation would like to think it represents the seven stars of Portsmouth who are here on the delegation. Unfortunately, I don't think that's the way it works. Yeah, let me just go around to the table here. And Gary, what do you think? This has been a great day, hasn't it?
Very happy to have a chance to especially get a kind of a guided tour by 2 local citizens that are really up on their history here. It makes it a much better day. Great being here.
Well, I've taken a lot of pictures so far. I'm going to be posting them on Facebook when I get back. It's a beautiful city with a lot of beautiful architecture. It's much bigger than Portsmouth, Rhode Island.
Lots of similarities to Newport. We just saw a fort that is on the water, just like, much like Fort Adams. And I've had great discussions with the other 2 counselors. And it's been a great day. Thanks.
Of course, as we sit here, we notice that right behind us is a local ferry, obviously much larger than the ferries that we're used to going over to Prudence Island. But I have really been struck at the hospitality shown by several members of the City Council. We'll be spending the next 3 or 4 days with them, and it's really been incredible, and we can't wait for representatives of Portsmouth, England to be our guests around Labor Day.
I'd certainly like to thank our hosts this afternoon, Michael and Hugh, and especially for all these pints of the good Portsmouth England ale. I've drank more ale this afternoon than I have in the last 2 months.
We're at the Catholic Cathedral of St. John this morning in Portsmouth, England. 4 of us went to a beautiful Mass, and now we're headed over to a community function with the rest of our 7-person delegation. It's a beautiful morning in Portsmouth, cloudy but pleasant, and we're looking forward for a very interesting day. Later this afternoon, we're going to meet several other members of the Portsmouth City Council. And then, of course, tomorrow, Monday, we will be going to the formal swearing in of the Lord Mayor of Portsmouth, England.
At the Anglican Cathedral, we were hosted by the Very Reverend David Brindley, Dean of the Cathedral.
Absolutely. And it was kind of constant, almost. It wasn't.
The organ case, as you can see, was put in 1718, so it's quite recent in our times.
Yeah, obviously a lot of pride in the building itself. It's just in beautiful shape.
Yeah.
And then off to taste some more fine English food at the oldest pub in Portsmouth, the Dolphin. We enjoyed a fine dinner hosted by Frank Jonas, the outgoing Lord Mayor. Monday was the day of ceremony at the Portsmouth Guildhall, where we were greeted by the Lord Mayor.
From the churches and that, the dissolution of the monasteries under Henry VIII.
Valued at £400,000 because of just what you said. It's Henry VIII.
1525. I'm out here now. We're still in the Guildhall in Portsmouth. And we're out here in their hallway where they display their silver collection. And they have quite a few very interesting pieces. The oldest one was made in 1525 during the reign of Henry VIII. And we were told this little silver chalice here is worth about $400,000. And it's got a lot of silver, but it's got an interesting history. When this Guildhall was bombed during World War II in 1944, there was a major fire and a lot of the building itself was destroyed. They expected that perhaps the silver collection, which was stored in a vault down below in the basement, might have been destroyed as well and molded into one just big piece of silver. When they opened it up, they were delighted to find that it's all still very much in pristine condition. And they have it displayed here, and it's very interesting because they have many silver chalices and things going back to the, again, the 16th century, but all the way up to the modern era where they get plates and things from their sister cities from all around the world. Just a very interesting collection here.
The Lord Mayor then invited us into his parlor.
Challenge. They leave it with us for 11 months, and they come in, and it's a special box, and it tours up and down the coast.
Yeah.
Wherever they go with their regatta, that goes.
That's very nice.
An old boat, single-handedly, and he was a greengrocer from Seti, and the Queen knighted him when he come back. That's Sir Alec Rose.
Alex Rose, sure.
So he was
All right, guys. All right, then we'll duplicate this later today.
We were greeted by the new Lord Mayor, Lynn Stagg. At the ceremony, we met delegates from other countries, including those from Missouri, Japan.
Stretching back as far as King Edward II in 1199.
From our twin cities, Caen in France and Duisburg in Germany. So, bonjour and guten Tag. Today we also have delegates from our sister city of Missouri, Japan, with whom we celebrate our 15th anniversary this year. So, konnichiwa. Finally, we also welcome delegates from Portsmouth, Rhode Island in the United States of America, who celebrate their 375th anniversary of the settling of their community. So, hello.
May both the City and the Royal Navy prosper, and may the good and close relationship between the Royal Navy and the City Council be strengthened during your period of office.
On behalf of the City of Portsmouth, I accept Portsmouth's sword into my safekeeping. I undertake during my period of office to work to strengthen the bond between the City and the Royal Navy, and on behalf of the City Council, to do everything in our power to safeguard the Royal Navy's position here in Portsmouth. Portsmouth and hi to our new friends from Portsmouth, Rhode Island. It's good to have you all with us, and I hope you all enjoy today's ceremony. I'm from four Portsmouths attending August. Us, Portsmouth, Virginia, Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and of course Portsmouth, Rhode Island. It's going to be a year of celebrations in Portsmouth, Rhode Island, and we will be able to share a small bit of it, which is great.
We just were able to sit in on the council meeting. We're here in the Guildhall at Portsmouth, England.
And we are in the antechamber.
We're in the antechamber of the Lord Mayor's parlor.
Yes.
And we just got through watching about an hour of a discussion in their council chambers at their annual meeting. What did you think of it, and how would you compare it to our own council meetings?
Well, it's hard to say because I'm told that this was a very unusual meeting. This doesn't generally happen, whereas the opposition party walked out of the meeting.
Yeah.
And that doesn't generally happen. So we were witnessing history, actually.
Yeah, and we were told it was probably not going to be contentious because we thought it was
right.
It was kind of ceremonial today.
Yes,
as their annual.
Which is part of their objection was that today was supposed to be a day of ceremony, but they did want to discuss one piece of business, and the opposition party felt that was not appropriate.
And so they left.
So they left.
But I also thought it was very interesting how the dominant party continued to talk about the opposition party after they had left.
So then they took the opportunity to basically
use that issue as a way to
sort of slander them. Yes, and so.
But I also thought it was very much done in a civil manner. I mean, everything even when they were almost calling names, they did it in a very civilized manner. And everybody was kind of smiling, you know.
Yeah, a lot of humor.
Yeah.
And they did have one thing that we don't have, a timer.
Yeah, that was kind of
and
cool.
it has a yellow light and a red light so that people know when their time is up.
And I think there's a fine associated with going over time. I'm not sure about that. But
we'll have to ask.
one of the councilors said, "I'd be happy to pay for the time."
Right.
Yes,
that's right. One of the councilors said, "Here's my change," and he threw it out. It was interesting.
Okay, well, our next evolution is going to be actually going into the Lord Mayor's parlor. And when I wrote about this in my blog, I said, I'm not making these terms up. There really is a Lord Mayor's parlor in the middle of this beautiful old Guildhall, which was, I guess, bombed during World War II, and they've replaced parts of it.
And we actually saw a wig today.
That's right. That was the recorder. That was the city recorder. Very interesting.
mayor is very nice. He spoke to me.
It's very strange. We find we have a very high connecting rate between Liberal Democrats and various people who do things. So when I'm looking for candidates, we can go for Methodists, because lots of them, people who do the United Nations.
Okay, my Lord Mayor, and congratulations, by the way. I think it's very great. I'm very proud to bring you greetings from the city of, to the city of Portsmouth, England, from the town of Portsmouth, Rhode Island, USA. I'd like to read a proclamation from our town council, if I might.
Yep.
Whereas the town council of the town of Portsmouth, Rhode Island, wishes to extend their congratulations and best wishes to the newly appointed Lord Mayor of our namesake city, Portsmouth, England, and whereas the town of Portsmouth, Rhode Island, USA, desires to issue a formal invitation for the Lord Mayor of Portsmouth, England to attend our 375th anniversary celebration events from August 28th to September 2nd, 2013, and to enter into a discussion regarding the establishment of a sister city relationship with Portsmouth, England. And whereas this official delegation is comprised of Town Council Member Elizabeth Pedro, School Committee Member Andrew Kelly, Town Administrator John Clem, and Portsmouth's 375th Steering Committee members, Esmond D. Smith, that would be me, Chairman, Gary Gump, Vice Chairman, Richard Tulipsky, Publicity Chairman, and Robert Hamilton, Events Co-Chair. The members of this official delegation wish to extend a formal invitation to the Lord Mayor of Portsmouth, England, to attend the town of Portsmouth, Rhode Island's 375th celebration events. Now, therefore be it resolved that I, James Seveny, the President of our Town Council, by the authority granted me as the President of the Portsmouth Town Council, on behalf of the citizens of the town of Portsmouth, Rhode Island, extend the hand of friendship and goodwill to our neighbors across the sea. Signed, James A. Seveny, President, Portsmouth Town Council. This is a plaque of this proclamation, which we'd like to leave here. Perhaps you can put it somewhere in your numerous places
lovely.
to put things.
Lovely, thank you. Well, that's nice, isn't it?
Okay.
The Honorable Town Council of the Town of Portsmouth, Rhode Island, United States of America, requests the pleasure of your company of the Right Worshipful the Lord Mayor and Lady Mayoress of Portsmouth, Hampshire, United Kingdom, to a celebration of events on the occasion of the 375th anniversary of the founding of Portsmouth, Rhode Island, from Thursday, the 29th of August, through Sunday, the 1st of September, in the year of our Lord, 2013.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much.
And
I have great pleasure in accepting. We've already
I know.
got our flights booked.
Okay, that's great. We look forward to seeing you over there. And I'm sure you'll have a great time, and I'm sure the people of Portsmouth, Rhode Island will extend to you the same kind of hospitality that you've extended to us here. It's been magnificent.
I'm sure they will. Yeah,
You've been very gracious.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So thank you very much.
We've enjoyed having you here.
We brought this picture over to you, and it reads across the bottom, it reads, presented to our namesake city, Portsmouth, Hampshire, UK, from the town of Portsmouth, Rhode Island, USA, on the occasion of the 375th anniversary of our founding, March 1638. And the picture is titled Portsmouth and Mount Hope Bay, and it's a bit like it looks today, and probably a bit like it looked 375 years ago.
Yeah.
The French Republic, President of the Federal Republic of Germany, the Mayor of Mysuru and the City of Mysuru, and President of the United States of America, and the town of Portsmouth, Rhode Island.
Here.
Lord Mayoress, honorable members of the Portsmouth City Council, distinguished guests. I bring greetings from the town of Portsmouth, Rhode Island. We are a small New England community founded in 1638 by a group of Englishmen, followers of an English woman by the name of Anne Hutchinson, who had been banished from the Boston colony for daring to question the legitimacy of their religious leaders. In March 1638, these men signed what is now called the Portsmouth Compact, which pledged to establish a body politic where people could practice their religion according to their own beliefs. Later that month, they traveled south to Aquidneck Island, where they founded the town of Portsmouth. We believe that they chose that illustrious name because it was from here that they departed for the New World from their native England. We also strongly suspect that at least some of our founders may have had their last meal in England at the Dolphin Pub. As it has been in business here since 1528, this was confirmed to me when I mentioned this to the barmaid at the Dolphin Pub. And she told me that they had left an unpaid bar bill and wondered if I could make it good. Today, Portsmouth, Rhode Island has about 18,000 residents, but still retains its rural seacoast character. And this year we celebrate our 375th anniversary and have come across the sea to invite your Lord Mayor and Lady Mayoress to join us for a special 375th celebration weekend in August. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the outstanding hospitality that our delegation has been shown for the past several days. You've made our short stay in our namesake city one that we'll always remember. And I'd like to make a toast to the success of the Lord Mayor.
Hear, hear.
Please join me.
Our chairman of our board, Laura DeLamba, sends her greetings and would like to just provide you with some information on Newport County and its economic possibilities.
Wow, that is so great. Thank you very much indeed. That's really lovely. It feels very heavy.
Yes, it is.
There's an awful lot of information
is.
here, and I look forward to reading it.
And with me today is David Parker, who's been kind enough to guide us around the seaport area of Portsmouth. One of the lovely things about Portsmouth is that there's a pub on every block, I think, just about. The picture of Dickens on the wall over there, I didn't realize he was born in Portsmouth.
Yes.
So that's quite a thing.
I visited the States twice, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think the fascinating thing for most of us is the whole idea that Nelson departed from the sea coast right out here to go out to take on the Spanish fleet.
Yeah.
And this is the genesis of kind of sea power in the Western world here. And it all sort of originated from here.
It's been a great pleasure to meet you all. I was so pleased that you came here for mayor making yesterday. We're very proud of that ceremony. Gives you an idea of the civic pride that Portsmouth has, and also to be able to show you this historic side today. And also, I believe you've been entertained as well, which is lovely.
In the lobby, we sat and reflected on our journey. As we got ready to depart, Peter Smith Parker dropped by for some final discussions and to bid us farewell.
Hi, Peter. Good to see you. Good to see you today. Well, no, it's been your hospitality has blown us away. We're really so appreciative. We can't tell you. Well, everything's going extremely well, and we feel like we really got something done over here thanks to you.
Thank you. You're very welcome. I look forward to keeping in contact with you all, and hope we can.
I'm sure Gary.
You haven't heard the last.
He'll be calling you probably tomorrow.
Excellent.
I'll let you know we got back.
No.